part of archaeology is understanding where you are historically speaking. When you dig down, what time period are you in? And then everything that you're finding within, a couple of inches one way or the other goes back to, let's say, 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, 3,000 years ago. Every bucket or bag that comes out of the excavation is labeled. And so they know when they take it to the sifting site, they know, okay, this came from this layer, this area. And so they know exactly where that's coming from. It's not going to get mixed up with something from a different time period. The archaeology in Israel is carried out by the Israel Antiquities Authority. They're the body that oversees all the archaeological excavation. So our archaeology is a science. Therefore, everything has to be done very methodically, very painstakingly. And so that means in an archaeological excavation, you're not bringing in bulldozers and dump trucks. Everything is very small. You're using very small shovels and little small hammers and buckets, and all the earth that is dug out then has to be sifted through and sorted through. Most of the time in an archaeological excavation, you're not actually making the discoveries on site. What ends up happening is you're going to dig and you're going to fill up bags with earth. And then those bags have to be sifted through and sorted through. And it's during that sifting process, most often, when these discoveries are going to be made, whether it's ancient coins or inscriptions or maybe ancient weapons or mosaics or whatever it is, that comes out in the sifting process. Now, what's interesting is imagine you find some 2,000-year-old coin, like one that we just actually discovered that went across the international media headlines in recent weeks, and you make this discovery. You're not going to find a 2,000-year-old coin next to a Coke can or a potato chip wrapper. One of the ways that archaeologists are able to date things, it has to be found in a certain context. So if you're digging and you find a coin from 2,000 years ago, well, chances are you'll also find pottery from 2,000 years ago and maybe a weapon from 2,000 years ago, but you're not going to find a 2,000-year-old coin next to a Pepsi can or a potato chip wrapper because it doesn't make sense. It's a wrong layer. And then it's just a matter of what turns up. And in the city of David, where you have these 5 active archaeological excavations going on, every day we're finding antiquities that are affirming so much of Jerusalem's biblical heritage going back thousands of years.